Hello and welcome to Dream Team Coach TV. I'm Sean Burke. Joining me is Andy Taylor, Jack Townsend, and Eden Grazard. It's Graham Marshall.
Have we not done that? Surely that's been done before.
If we have, it's been a long time ago now.
Oh, wow, yeah. I feel like we've missed
remember.
a trick there if we haven't done it before.
The mystery word is still going, so if you want to play along and you don't want to know what it is, look away now.
Andy's keep looking like he's straight darting.
Straight
Graz
darting,
is throwing up some.
I don't think Graz had it
distractions.
for a while, you know. I think it is
That
Graz.
is true. Yeah, I haven't had it in a while, so that would be a Sean play.
There's only three of you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's hard to mix it up other than giving it to myself, which would be...
we wouldn't be prepared for that.
It's finally here. Football is back. We've got matches tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Happy days. Football fans won't know what hit them. Chances are it'll be a David Luiz clearance. Lads, how do you feel about the season coming back? Do you need a refresher course? Because
what's happened? Like I was looking up stats for stuff we were talking about today, and at one stage I completely forgotten that we beat Man City at one stage in the league. I was looking at our form prior to the break, and we'd lost 2 games, but before that, at some point, beat Man City. I don't even really remember it.
Yeah.
It never happened.
It feels like the last sort of 6 months or whatever have just been a blur.
Speaking of form, actually, I had the form table open yesterday, and it was kind of surprising, to be honest. I mean, you can guess who's first, pretty much, in terms of
Liverpool.
With 12 points. But in the top 5, Man City aren't there. So second is Man United.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, that was.
They had 11 points from the last.
Bruno Fernandes effect.
Yeah. But level with them on points was Arsenal, which is even more surprising.
Really?
I found. Yeah, they had 1 fewer goal, but they had the same amount of points from the last 5 games.
Was it just because they were against like poorer teams though, so it doesn't even count almost? Like that's how that's how it works. It's like a win against Norwich, and it's like but it doesn't really matter, you know.
So in their last fight, so they played. They beat Everton 3-2. They beat West Ham 1-0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. West Ham like 1-0 as well. It's not really convincing against that lot.
Any other surprises in that form table? Any other shots?
After that, it's not really. I guess it's Sheffield United, fourth. There were 10 points, as you'd expect. Then Wolves, they're level with Burnley, 9 points from the last 5 games.
I'm really confident about us. I just think we've got a squad and a style of play that will suit being behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But because we're just such a team that just is drilled on the training ground, that we will just transfer that onto the pitch. Do you know what I mean? Like we don't go out there and just hope for something to happen. It's like everything is like mathematically like done on the pitch. Like every position and every like instance is accounted for. What are you laughing at, Townsend? You started to piss me off.
It's like, isn't every team like that? No.
No, it's not. No. Not at all. Not as
right.
Not
So name teams that go out there and hope.
Just go. Oh, who knows? Let's see how it goes.
Okay, so most teams are nowhere near as well drilled as Wolves. Like, when have you seen a team that has played the exact same system for every single game with pretty much the same players, the same process of how we play? We give the ball to Conor Cody, we play it out wide, get it to Matt Doherty or Troy Orey, get it down there, get it like. There's just and then.
I mean, probably Liverpool.
Liverpool. Yeah, well, they're great. Exactly.
Yeah.
What about Sheffield United? They've got kind of a system that works for them.
Well, point is that we're all at the top of the league, aren't we? Teams like that.
True.
Yeah. But speaking of form and like teams like Burnley popping up as well, they pop up on the clean sheets chart pretty high. Now this season, like Burnley have kind of gone under the radar as opposed to a couple of years ago when they were like, wow, Burnley are really racking up the clean sheets. They're behind Liverpool. Burnley have the second most clean sheets in the league.
Wow.
11. Liverpool have 12. And then third is Leicester, Man City, Sheffield United. They all have 10. But can anyone guess who has the fewest clean sheets in the Premier League?
I think I actually already know this.
Yeah, guys, let us know.
West Ham?
No. There's 3 teams.
So it's one Spurs.
On the same.
It's one Spurs.
One of them is Spurs.
Yeah.
They
I think
have
I've seen
only
this.
4 clean sheets in the league so far.
That's bad.
It's not
Yeah.
good, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're joint with, the only people who have that few clean sheets are Aston Villa and Bournemouth.
Why are you so bad defensively? If you
I honestly don't know. I really hope it's one of those things that we've worked on over over this break. Because if you look at that defense, if you look at the defenders, right? Yeah, Toby Alderweireld, a player who, like a season or two ago, was being coveted by like so many other teams. Right? He was being touted as like going after Man United. Like there was talk of him, not staying, like going abroad. Jan Vertonghen, maybe he's winding down his career, but there's still a great defender there. Eric Dyer trying to find his position, wants to play in centre back, definitely is a player there. Davinson Sanchez, still quite young. Why are we letting in so many goals? What's
maybe they're not
going
as
on
good
there?
as how you've just explained them to be then.
Well, I mean, maybe they're not, but like that's just popped up right in front of my face as I was like the thing in the chat there. that's very right off. So Jack was listening to what I was saying.
I was watching that video.
Yeah, watching a video of a dog being.
It was just like Spurs, talking about Spurs defence. I was like, we know that. What else is there to say?
Like, there's something clearly not right. I mean, as an example, you've conceded 40 goals and Sheffield United have conceded 25. And you look at now I know it's all down to the system, but like actually look at the players on paper. That's pretty damning. Like they've got Chris Basham, who was like basically a free transfer playing right centre half. Yeah. And they've got like Jack O'Connell and like Ender Stevens, who they signed for like a couple of mil. And you've got lads probably that would go for like 70 mil. Well, Alderweireld definitely would have done a year ago. I think you've got to look at it as Sheffield United have been fantastic and there's room for improvement. I don't want to be doom and gloom about it. I want to come into this post break with a bit of positivity because I'm excited for football to be back in the first place. If we start losing again, it's going to be like, God damn it, this team. But I don't want to start that way.
I've got the top 5 goal scorers here as well. Now it's easy to forget that obviously Jamie Vardy was having an absolute cracking season. He was top of the charts, 19.
Also had time out, hasn't he? He also was injured for a little bit, which is mad.
Yes, he was. Second is Aubameyang with 17. He's ahead of Aguero and Salah, who have 16. But then behind them is Danny Ings. Remember, he was absolutely tearing it up. And I kind of feel for somebody who's been out for so long and able to get any consistency of form, he finally gets going and then the season gets interrupted by
100%. In my opinion, if the season hadn't been if the pandemic never happened, the season finished as it was, and we went to the Euros, he's in the Euro side. His form was absolutely electric at times. Yeah, he's going to keep his goals keep Southampton up this year. Yeah,
do you think he actually would have gone? Do you think?
I think he would have done. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Not? If he's not really had the chance until now.
If you're thinking about what strikers would have gone, so Kane, Rashford, Vardy's retired pretty much from international. Mm-hmm. I suppose if you're thinking of it in forwards, then Abraham would definitely get in, and then Ings.
And the assist table as well. I mean, we've talked about that a lot, but it's hard to forget just how much Trent Alexander-Arnold had done. He's second in it with 12 assists. De Bruyne is first with 16. But the next closest fullback... Oh, hi, Henry.
Oh, hello, Henry.
The next closest fullback is Andrew Robertson with 7. So, and that's his teammate as well.
I don't know how that's going to look.
Yeah. It's like when somebody, when they're filming a news report outside a shop. Right. We've got a tasty fixture tonight to get the ball rolling as Spurs face Man United in a Mourinho derby. In some ways, lockdown has favoured Spurs, allowing Harry Kane to recover and Son Heung-min to complete his military service. Timely, as it looks like the South Korean defence budget will have to cover Spurs too. So what is the predictions for tonight then? Thank you.
I like that.
It took me a while, but I got there in the end. That was all yesterday morning. First, it's hard to. There's no form to really base this off.
I don't know. There definitely still is some form to base this off because Man United were on a bit of a tear up when we closed, and I feel like they must be feeling good about this game. I mean, they won the last one 2-1. It was two goals from Marcus Rashford, right? Mm-hmm. Who I'm assuming will be given a guard of honour at the start of the game. What an What an absolute hero.
So is that the best thing you've ever seen from any footballer on or off the pitch?
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
Because when Harry Kane sponsored Leyton Orient, right, that was amazing.
I thought that was really good. Yeah.
And that is still amazing. That's just phenomenal. But what Rashford has actually done, and he's kind of took it upon himself. And man, like how bad? I mean, by the way, I don't want to turn it into politics, but how bad has that made the government look that Marcus Rashford has forced them into such a U-turn that these politicians have spent months, deliberating whether this is the right strategy?
I mean, we can talk about Marcus Rashford loads because, he spent the entire lockdown basically helping underprivileged families, underprivileged kids. Like he was doing the stuff with Fair Share, already helping to get food out to people. He's managed to get a U-turn out of the government. I mean, when it comes to the end of Rashford's career, right, in sort of 20 years' time, someone's writing his autobiography. Yeah, are we going to be looking on the blurb for his football career, or are we going to be looking at his charity career? Are we going to be talking about Sir Marcus Rashford? Do you know what I mean?
He's going the right way for it.
For services to charity rather than football. Whatever he does on the pitch.
I hope if he scores against Spurs, Bruno Fernandes goes over to him and just does the
I mean, if he scores against us tonight, I'm just going to be fair play. Honestly, mate, you're welcome to it. Have that one. Yeah.
It kind of goes to show how much we associate players' identity with their clubs as well. Obviously, it's such a tribal sport, but for the most part, you don't know anything about footballers. So up until now, I would have looked at Marcus Rashford and been like, he plays for Man United, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, now, honestly, I'd look at him in a totally different light, and I'd probably relish watching him play a bit more because I know, but this is actually a genuinely good guy.
But that's the hilarious difference between club football and watching him for England. Because when he plays for England, I'm always when he gets on, he's exciting to watch and you actually want to see him play. But the moment it comes down to Spurs versus United, it's sod that guy, screw that guy.
Just in terms of the game though, it is absolutely fascinating. I mean, you think Jose's had 3 months to basically plan for this game. But Man United, I mean, I'm obviously fascinated to see whether they can get the Pogba Fernandes working together. I mean, if that works, that would be one of the best midfielders you've ever seen. If those two guys on their day play well together, that will be one of the best midfielders we've ever seen.
Yeah.
That won't happen because Pogba's yet to do it for United, pretty much. I'm just saying, that's my opinion. It's he could be up there, that could be up there. The reality is, knowing what we've seen, it's probably not going to be. It's going to be down there.
I think you're talking about the 3 months of preparation, and it's Mourinho, he's going to have it totally locked down. It's going to be fantastic, and that will make it even more upsetting when it's a really, really dry 1-1 draw.
I think it will be. I think I will definitely be putting a bit of money on it. Just be really under 2.5 goals, just a bit of a dry. You might see an absolute worldie from Kane. There might be a penalty from Martial. You know what I mean? It's just one of them. They just never are. I really do think, generally speaking, these games which you hype up for months are just a bit drab because the management and the coaching is so good that they just butt heads.
I'm going to go the opposite way.
Goals.
I reckon goals. I just think out of practice. I mean, I know they've been training, but they've only been doing fitness training for most of the time. They've not done you can talk about tactics, but it's doing them and implementing them. And I think both defenses will be a little bit sloppy, and I think you'll have some excited strikers that want to get goals. So I would say it could be 2-2, maybe one of the teams. I'd say United potentially clinch a 3-2.
All right, are we gonna just make predictions here?
Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna go 1-1. I just can't see anything in the draw personally.
I was gonna go 1-1. I did say 1-1.
I'd stick them at 2-2.
Goals.
So none of us fancy a win. If we were to commit, if a team were to win, who are we going to commit to? I think if a team were to win, I'd go United.
I'm going United.
Well, I mean, it would be ridiculous of me to go against the grain. So obviously Spurs, just to sneak it.
I just think Sir Rashford, he's literally in water at the moment.
Look, if we're 1-1 in the 90th minute and Sir Rashford scores a 30-yard screamer, I'll have to just say fair enough.
Also, is Pogba back?
He should be.
Pog back.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? No one knows, in terms of the level of fitness that any of the kind of injured players are back.
Did he ever play with Fernandes?
No. No, I don't
it'd
think
be good
so.
to
Well, they
see.
definitely didn't start together. It
Definitely
might
didn't
come
start
on
together.
maybe.
It'd be good to see how that. I want to see that pairing.
Same.
Yeah, we did speak about the Pogba Fernandes pairing.
We did, yeah. Yeah, we did.
I don't know where you were for that chat.
Yeah.
When was that? Last week?
No, today.
No, just.
Did we?
That's how I opened up on the chat about United.
Yeah.
Do you think Graham Souness gets like a Spidey sense style tingle when Paul Pogba is
Mentioned.
able to play football again? Oh my God!
Well, he just stands for everything that he doesn't stand for, essentially. They're just a massive clash, isn't it? It's just Pogba will be one of those players that Souness would just want to absolutely clean out when he played, like if you played against him.
Put your medals on the table.
Did you see the
World Cup? Fair enough.
Did you see the tweet about Rashford that was like as if it was Graham Souness talking about it, and it was like, yeah, fair play to Rashford, but like you got to be asking, what's Pogba doing in all this?
That's very good. Yeah. So free-to-air games for anyone who isn't subscribed to the bigger TV channels. So Norwich Southampton Friday free-to-air. Bournemouth Palace 7:45 Saturday BBC free-to-air. Sunday we've got 2 free-to-air games. Newcastle Sheffield United at 2. Everton, Liverpool at 7. And then the week after, on a Wednesday, we've got United v United, so Sheffield United v Man United. And we've also got Norwich v Everton on BBC. Thursday, we've got Burnley v Watford, free to air on Sky. Then the following Sunday, we've got Watford Southampton. So again, what's amazing is that everyone has suffered during this lockdown, but it's just really nice to see that people that might not have watched football on their TV screens for like 20 years or something, like in terms of free to air, that we're going to be watching actual Premier League.
It's the dankest part of the week. Oh yes, haven't said that in a while.
My Lord.
It's back. Each one of our panelists have created a meme, and you folks get to vote for your favourite. Right, bring on the memes, lads.
Wow, you're never going to see anything like it again. Wait till you see this. That's more important than me. Wait till you see this. Wow.
Hey, look, just an absolute classic from Steve Bruce. Now, I know it's pretty simple, it's pretty plain. You know, there's nothing groundbreaking there, but it is just a 7 out of 10. You know exactly what you're getting from that meme. I would say. Also, can I just say, Steve Bruce, former Aston Villa manager, so there's even a little bit of context there as well.
Oh,
you know. Although actually, he probably wouldn't be excited to turn the TV on.
He wouldn't be happy about that. He could start seeing visions of cabbages.
Absolutely binned off from Villa. So
can I call cabbages?
You can. Yeah.
Well, it is not the mystery word.
But it was about Steve Bruce. He did get a cabbage thrown at his head, didn't he? Am I remembering that wrong?
Right. Well, on to the next meme.
On to the next meme.
The next meme is a photo. Again, I think fairly standard, but this is I think how a lot of people on that page are going to feel about the ramp up in content from people like us. And I don't know, I just found the comic really funny.
Right, and on to the last meme.
that's very good sounds, and I really like that.
That is good. What's the actual present that the kid's getting?
It's a Nintendo 64.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, you can see it there. Yeah.
little change in opacity at the end as well there.
Yeah, just to see their hands. I didn't...
Mate, that's nice.
Yeah,
very good. I hope it has
that.
worked, to be honest with you.
I like
that's
it.
Really nice.
I like it a lot.
Don't mind that at all.
Well,
don't mind when you lose to a better meme, you know?
Drum roll, please. In last place is Andy Taylor.
Oh.
159 votes.
That is a surprise.
In second place, Graz.
Oh.
147.
Well, there we go.
Which means, Andy, you did lose to a better meme. Jack has won it with 465 votes.
Oh, that's quite a lot extra.
Yeah. Well deserved, Jack.
And third in the pecking order as well.
Yeah,
to prove that
Interesting.
last on the slides doesn't mean last in the memes.
We've got such discerning followers, you know. They take time to swipe all the way to the end and then really and keep an eye out for that on our Instagram now for the rest of the season. We're going to be bringing it back, baby. As football is back, so is the Dream Team fantasy football game, and who better to give some tips than the Dream Team coach himself, Statman Carruthers, the Opta Helicopter, Info Salah, chairman of Fact in Town, the knowledge of ballage, the man to see about fantasy. It's Nick Elliott.
G2 coach. The English football returning, I thought it would be a good time to catch up on the situation with Trinity. Let's have a quick review. First of all, the season's MVP, Adama Traore. I know Andy's nodding his head somewhere, and with good reason. Wolves' the superstar has got 10 Star Man Awards this season, and he's been given a 7+ rating 29 times. That's even more than the top overall scorer, Mohamed Salah. Now, Salah is 4 points ahead of teammates Sadio and Mane. The Egyptian king has 211 points. That's why he appears in 60% of teams, making him the most popular player this season. In defence, Harry Maguire is top of the pile. He's just ahead of Liverpool's acronym defenders, TAA and VVD. In goal, perhaps a surprising top three. Maybe not number one. We all know how good Sheffield United have been this season. Dean Henderson's got 92 points. Second place, Nick Pope. And even more surprisingly, in third place, Vicente Gator, Crystal Palace's keeper, 79 points, more than Edison, De Gea, Alisson. And the Eagles keeper only appears in 0.5% of teams. So if you're one of the people that have had it in since the start of the season, give yourself a round of applause. In fact, I'll do it for you.
And as Dream Team is back, so is Weekender. It's a weekly game where you pick 7 players, a goalkeeper, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, and 2 strikers to be in your team, with real cash prizes up for grabs every week. So sign up to play on our website or app. Just make sure you do it before the weekend's fixtures kick off. Our panelists have picked their Weekender teams already as they compete against each other to avoid the dreaded mystery forfeit after the season's end. Right, who is up first? Graz.
Speaking of clean sheets earlier, I've gone strong on Sheffield. I've gone Henderson in goal and Basham.
Sheffield United.
Oh, Sheffield United. Sorry,
We set him off.
not just him. Not just him. I've set a lot of people off with that, so I do apologise.
Yeah.
We'll put
Sorry,
a trigger.
lads, somebody's at the door here.
We'll put a trigger warning on this video. It's fine. The wonderful thing about Weekender, I'm not at this point going, oh God, how am I going to fit some of the really big names in there? So I've got Salah and Aubameyang up front. Aubameyang, I think they're playing Brighton. I see him notching a couple there. Did you go? I didn't even know you weren't there.
Yeah, I had to get to the door.
Someone was genuinely at the door. I thought that was a gag about Sheffield United and like people coming to tell
No,
you.
genuinely, there was some practice.
Okay.
All right, so you've talked through it. I presume I missed all.
Yeah, happy. I mean, shame we can't ask any follow-up questions, but it's fine. Like, you know, just carry on.
Sounds great to me, Graz. Great 7. Great pick. Andy, do you want to go next?
I'm going to continue my confidence in Wolves and the fact that we've got West Ham, one of the poorest teams in the league, let's be quite honest. So Traore, Jimenez and Doherty all in there for me. I just think we could just tear them apart. I also feel like Traore, like I don't think the break's going to affect him. You can't get slower. Do you know what I mean? And he's just all about his pace.
Jack.
Right. What have I got for you? I mean, similar with Graz and Andy. I've gone Wolves heavy. I got Traore in there and Doherty. I've got up top. I've got Aubameyang and Vardy. So I don't know if either of you say you had Vardy?
No, you didn't have Vardy.
I know Watford are a tough opponent, but you think Vardy, well rested. If anything, you know, he's at the later stage of his career, so I'm assuming any time off, just give him time to recharge.
He's top scorer for a reason, isn't he?
All right. Well, thanks for your teams there, lads. And to the viewers at home as well, don't forget to sign up to play Weekender. It's a weekly game as well.
Link below.
Yeah, link below. So you don't have to worry about the whole season. It's just week to week. Take it as it comes. And if you have your dream teams as well, just get them sorted, ready for kickoff. Football is back.
Nick's tips.
That's right. Yeah, use Nick's tips that you saw earlier in this video as well, and use those to your advantage.
There's
Did the mystery word get said?
Yeah, did it get
Oh,
said?
yes.
It clearly did, because Graz is asking.
Bringing it up.
Did get said, and nobody called it out, even kind of.
But
I personally think it was a quite an easy one, but I didn't want to tell Sean that because then he would change it.
What was it?
So I think you're going to be mad. So it was during the Rashford bit.
It wasn't Knighthead, was it?
It wasn't Knighthead, no. It was Blurb.
Blurb.
I mean, how are we getting that?
Yeah.
Come on.
I like I say,
That
thought
is
it was
insane.
when Sean said it.
Some of
thought
the
it was-
words I've had to fit in is
Yeah, that's what I mean. I wasn't going to question it though. I I wasn't going to say no
What's
to
going
that.
on?
I've had whirligig.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, I was, even though I know it's blurb, I still probably wouldn't even call it now.
No.
No.
How often
Well,
do you say
well
the
done,
word
Graz, for
blurb?
working it in.
I
to be
mean,
fair.
like, yeah, I don't think I should take the well done because it was.
No, but you
like,
did get it in seamlessly.
It's
but
Such a
still,
boring, average, box standard word that, yeah, we
How
don't.
often do you say blurb in
We
an
don't say
average
blurb
league
very
game?
often, but it is
No,
also
but you-
such a little familiar word to
I
us.
just
Like,
I don't know.
After weeks of you being like, this is impossible, Sean, these words, they keep getting called out. Finally, someone gets one in. You're like, no.
Dawn, you know that's
I didn't have it.
you can't defend the indefensible. I'm sorry.
Andy.
Absolutely.
no,
We need
I'm
to.
with Andy. I'm with Andy.
Yeah.
You can f- off as well, Jack. Right, okay. Football is back. So, don't forget to fix up dream teams in time for the return of Premier League football.
Yeah.
And enjoy the matches. There's so many free to air as well. And we'll be here talking about them next week too as well and for the rest of the season. And yes, talk to you next week. Take care.
See ya.